It's no secret that YouTube loves just a little bit of hyperbole. So if you ask YouTube if you should draw every day, you get some really quite fascinating titles. Now, I don't want to call anyone out for these. I fully understand why they're there, but some of my favourites include, please don't draw every day. The easiest way to draw every day. I draw daily, the real way to get good. And I think this is my favourite. How to trick yourself into drawing every day. Doesn't that all sound like a whole lot of fun? As a little bit of a nerd, I wasn't very happy with this situation. So I wanted to examine what the claims were in these various videos, perhaps look at what some real research actually shows. And here's the tricky bit. Try and come up with something at the end which is sensible. So dividing up the videos, it seems like there's about 4 basic claims we need to examine. Number 1, drawing every day will make you better at art. Number 2, drawing every day builds an unbreakable habit. Number 3, drawing every day makes you happy. Number 4, you need some kind of goal to draw better. So with those things in mind, let's go. So the first one is kind of obvious. Drawing every day will make you better at art. And there is evidence, in fact lots of studies, which show if you do a sort of fine motor skill more often, then you will get better at it. And drawing more often will improve your observational skills, improve your decision making, improve your fine motor control over your pen. But notice I'm saying more often, not every day, because it's a lot more complex than that. And there's actually fantastic studies which also show learning skills actually benefits a lot more from spaced practice. That's not every day, every minute, compared to massed practice, which is constantly doing it, constantly cramming. If you just draw and just draw and just draw, you're not actually necessarily improving as quickly as you could, because where you're drawing and if you're getting feedback and if you're making it a social thing, all of these aspects actually improve our ability to learning. Claim number 2 is that drawing every day builds an unbreakable habit. And again, there's a lot of truth in this, isn't there? If you don't build something into your life, it's easy to forget about it. So the classic one is, if you manage to get a habit of walking every day, or you have to because you have a dog, or you find a way of commuting to work in an active way, you'll do it more. It becomes a habit. Fortunately, I'm actually totally immune to all habits, including coffee. In reality, habits, they stick when they are rewarding. We walk because it actually makes us feel good and saves us a bit of money, for example. And drawing's the same. If you are enjoying it, finding it fun, then it'll be grand. But if it's something you force yourself to do every day, well, I suppose that's where the research is saying it's not actually a way to improve. Number 3, and this one, this is my favourite, because I think it's really important. Drawing every day makes you happy. Now, the reason I think this one's important is because, again, there is some truth to this, which is fantastic. And the truth comes in studies which show doing a daily creative thing improves your well-being. It makes you feel happier, both that day and the day after. And that sounds wonderful. Now, the thing here is creativity comes in all forms. I actually have a whole video where I talk to a creative professional, a doctor of creativity. So you can find out more about that in the video. I'll link it below. But the idea here is that creativity is making your daily pizza a different way, just doing something different, finding a new way to rearrange the shoes in your shoe rack. All of these are creative, and these are part of the evidence. It doesn't have to be that every day we paint a new Mona Lisa. Flipping it around, there's research showing if creativity is something you must do, if you lose autonomy over it, for example, you're a student and you have to get certain projects done, that creativity becomes a negative thing which can lead to burnout, thoughts of stress, anxiety, irritability. Claim number 4, you need a goal. And this is kind of implicit in the videos. If you don't set a goal to draw every day, what's the point? You won't get better. And goal setting, absolutely, is an amazing way to create behaviour change, i.e. getting that drawing habit going. And it's an amazing way to hit new targets. But a goal which is unachievable, unrealistic, doesn't take account of your lifestyle, doesn't take account of your previous experience, is actually self-defeating. It will make things harder and more emotionally challenging. There's this idea of SMART goals. Now, if you want to set yourself a drawing goal, that is exactly one I would suggest. Something like, I'm going to be cheeky here and say, sign up to Toby's free sketching course. If you want a nice achievable goal, which I'm recommending, join my free course. No strings attached. 7 really fun, simple lessons which will get you trying all things ink and watercolour. That's a specific goal to join a course, to take part in some time-limited lessons over just a week, and at the end you can evaluate, see where you've got to, and set the next goal. So if you do want that goal, just check out the link below. So time for a sensible verdict. What I've learned is drawing will make you better, then it will make you worse. You'll build a habit and then lose it. You'll set goals which will take you to the moon and then crash down to earth. Or maybe we can be sort of kind, sensible, a little bit more nuanced. So yes, drawing more will make you better, but it's about more than just drawing. It's about enjoying it. It's about learning from it, getting feedback. Set yourself a goal which you can achieve and keep track of how you're feeling about it as you go. Anyway, I'd love to know what you think of the debate. Leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe and hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one.